and, you know, which means they put them in a barrier. It says anti-monarchy protesters considered suing Met Police after 52 arrests. And
apparently there was breaking news before that the police have now apologized, is what I heard. Anyway.
That's what I've heard, that they've apologized to 6, but not to the others. I mean, I think it's like, according to the leader of the Republic, he said that there's no grounds or cause for suspicion whatsoever. And they arrested these people. They went in and they arrested the night before they arrested. And I tell you, this is actually, I mean, can I say this? What made the royal family so powerful is that they allowed all criticism and all demonstrations as a sign that they were so powerful. They didn't care if anybody protested them. It was like, look at how great we are. You know, people are protesting. They're saying they want the Queen gone. That, you know, the whole thing gone.
Some periods in history they probably frowned upon protest. And what about in the Queen's coronation? Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not totally sure what you're saying is factually correct. I mean, maybe people weren't. I don't know. I mean, then again, people...
I'm talking about 5-10 years ago.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so Bruce, I mean, what bothered me about this, just personally, is that suddenly all the people who don't care about protests were suddenly outraged that these people are getting arrested, but they didn't care about anti-lockdown protesters getting, you know, aggressively arrested and things like this. And so now they care. And yeah, we should have protests, but they suddenly care about this one issue. What do you think?
But then the thing is, so this was rushed in, wasn't it, specifically for this? There was new legislation put in so that people couldn't target this. And there was new technologies such as facial recognition and all this. Where was all this database activity with the climate protesters and the oil people and all that kind of stuff? Because if they knew that they were going to do that, then they could have saved them, the public a lot of disruption. I'm not saying that the climate thing isn't something that we should be talking about. Of course it is. But it just seems as though that this was brought in specifically for this. And how ridiculous now that people that get arrested. But then the thing was, they weren't even arrested for protesting, were they? They were like arrested with intent to protest.
Yeah.
Am I correct on that?
Yeah, and there was a suspicion that they would lock on, which is where you glue yourself to stuff. Though it can actually technically
What's with the glue?
Yeah. And the protesters were saying, well, we had no equipment to even lock on. But the thing is, locking on can technically even mean just linking hands so you can't get rid of people. So they could have locked on.
Honestly, I never understood the fascination with the glue and the wasting of food. I didn't understand that either. They're throwing soup at paintings and all that kind of stuff.
I know, it's ridiculous. But isn't there an element of... I mean, look, so I'm torn. I'm like, let's have absolute free speech, which is what I generally believe in, which means all protests. But wouldn't it also be quite fun to have an absolute monarchy, crush Just Stop Oil, crush BLM, all those things? And OK, I don't get my anti-lockdown protests, but we don't get any of those either. That would be the trade-off.
Can I ask a question? The point that I made is, was that reasonable about how the
faith in institutions?
How the monarchy is running scared by insisting on this thing?
Yeah, there's something in that. I do think this monarchy obviously is weaker than when the Queen was alive, and this could be seen in that way. Yeah, absolutely. But on the other hand, they didn't want the coronation to be disrupted, and there was a worry that they were going to set off rape alarms that would things like that would spook the horses and everything would be chaos. And of course, the protesters deny that. But that's one thing I heard as a reasonable concern. And isn't there an issue, although I'm a free speech person, isn't there an issue of decorum? It's the one day we're having a coronation. Can't you do your protest like any other day? Just as a, you know, as
then I suppose they would argue the whole point of protesting an event like that is to get maximum exposure for the protesters.
Yeah, because
although people don't agree with the way that Eradicate Climate or whatever these people are called, they are getting a message out there.